How do you know that you're on your path? Because it disappears. That's how you know. Can't see where you're going. That's how you know. But everything you have lent on for your identity has gone. And so you are going to enter the black contemplative splendors of self-doubt at the same time as you're setting out on this radical new path. And then you see, if you can put this across, people suddenly say, wow, amazing. That's my life. There's something astonishing about my.
So not too long ago, about three videos, about 3 uploads ago, I was sitting right here in the same spot, and I was feeling down, and a bit frustrated. You know, I just was feeling overwhelmed, trying to balance, like, you know, being a mom, trying to stick with this YouTube channel, get my artistry going and all that stuff, get myself out there, and you know, and working full time. I was just feeling really overwhelmed that day when I made that video. I was getting real frustrated because I didn't have like the time that I felt like I needed to put in the work to get where I'm trying to go and everything. Like, I just felt like, you know, how am I gonna do all this? You know, I can't create all that I want to create because I'm at such a time restraint. I was going on and on about that, and I don't know, about maybe like a week after I uploaded that video, I was called into this meeting with she wasn't my supervisor. I never seen her, but I guess she was like upper management or something like that, because I didn't recognize her. And she informed me very nicely that my position was going to be eliminated. I've been with this particular company. I work in healthcare. I work in healthcare insurance, and me and my coworkers, we expected something was up, because we did go through a merger with another health insurance company. They were planning on doing the merger. It didn't actually like come into play until the beginning of this year, like the beginning of 2024. So that's when we merged, and it was just like ever since we merged, it you know. And that's another thing, like I was really like a little like burnt out on that last video, you know, because of that was part of the reason I was so burnt out in that last video, because it was just so much. You know, nobody knew what was gonna happen, and everything was just changing, and you know, it was just different. You know, everything. Like I said, I've been working in this position for like about almost 6 years, and you know, everything just changed. And of course, we were very concerned about that. But they kept reassuring us that, you know, everything's gonna be fine, nobody's gonna lose their job, and, you know, da 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 and all that. And fast forward now, you know, they came with all these layoffs. So of course I wasn't the only one. They literally like laid off like half the staff, including me. Even my supervisor was laid off. They literally like just laid off almost half of our positions. So, and that included my position. I was literally just starting to feel like I'm never going to be able to like keep up with this YouTube channel and you know, do all I'm trying to do. It was just a whole lot of different stuff just running through my mind. So, and then to find out there was no heads up or nothing. The only heads up we received was they did tell us 60 days in advance. So I literally had to work 60 days knowing that, you know, knowing that I was being let go. We literally had to keep working after that bomb was dropped on us. They tried their best to be fair. They gave us a severance. We were still able to get our holiday bonus. You know, still have our benefits or whatever, like, for a while. It just is what it is, you know. Everything happened for a reason. No, I don't have a plan B. I mean, I tried, like, you know, looking for another job or whatever, like, and, you know, thought about all of that, you know, because I do have a little one who's dependent on me. So I have to really strategize. I really have to like figure something out. You know, I really need to be on my shit right now, because all I've been given left to do by the universe is to, you know, put my all into this and not waste this time. That's literally like all I can do right now. But yeah, that's all. Like that's like I've been working nonstop since I was 16 years old. I mean, I've been laid off before, but it wasn't like, this is like my first like serious, you know, my first time being like let go from like a serious job, you know, a job that I depend on to pay my bills. Like, this is like the first time I'm going through something like this. I never in my life had this much time, you know, like so much time right now. I don't even really like, you know what to do with it or whatever, like, except work on my business and, you know, work on this channel and pray everything comes together, pray everything works out. Like, I'm literally stepping into the unknown. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know I just don't know what I'm walking into. Not knowing always bothered me, you know. I don't like not knowing. Ever since I decided to take the path I decided to take, I've always knew that day will eventually come. Like, that day where I'm gonna have to just face the unknown and trust myself, trust that God has my back, knows better than I know. Everything's going to fall into place. You let the universe do its thing. It sucks a little bit because it's like, you know, I have to start over or whatever, where it feels like I need to start over. And you know, all the other jobs, like I've attempted like to look for or whatever, like I wasn't able, I wasn't really like able to take them, because it's like they kept all, like everywhere that I applied, and you know, or heard something back from a job, like they all like just tried to undercut me. I mean, like undercut me like a lot, where like what I'm gonna do with this? Like I can't like I can't work with this. Like I have all this experience, and you want to start me off with this, you know? Like it's just, I don't know. I literally, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I feel that everything is gonna be okay, but at the same time, I don't know. I have no choice but to just trust that everything is gonna work out, that I can do this. I do feel free, you know. I get, maybe, I guess because I was always working on something else. Like, you know, I've been putting in work towards going into business for myself for years now. Like I've taken courses, I've you know, I've read books, I studied, you know, I put a lot of time into learning how to be a business owner, learning how to like perfect my craft and all that, keeping up with the changes. I have been putting in work in that sense, you know. So really, it's just like all I have left is put in the action, put out the work, do the work. Ever since my awakening, and ever since like I decided that I wanted to like start a YouTube channel, I wanted to go into business for myself, I wanted to, you know, be creative and stuff like that, and you know, I wanted to create and stuff like that. I literally did not want to do what I was doing forever. I'm a creative at heart, you know. My heart most definitely was not in that. It was just, you know, it was a steady, you know, it was a steady paycheck, you know. But at the same time, like it wasn't doing anything for my, you know, it wasn't doing anything for my talents, for my skills, for what God gave me to, you know, put into the world. Like that, it just was not nurturing that. I don't want to just sit at the computer and type all day, looking at the computer screen for hours. I don't want to do that, you know. But at the same time, it paid the bills. It's easy job. It's very comfortable. I was comfortable with working from home. I was comfortable with doing something that I didn't really have to like think much about for, you know, for my paycheck, and leave it at that. I was comfortable with that. But now things have changed much sooner than I expected. My goal was to transition into my business. I never wanted to like quit my job and for like to be on YouTube, or quit my job to, you know, I wanted to transition. I wanted to build my business and stuff like that on the side and all that while I'm working my full-time job, and then, you know, and then transition into my own thing, you know, once everything get off the ground. That's what I wanted to do, but that's not what happened. I'm grateful that God cleared the way. You know, it's not like I wasn't working on something else. You know, it wasn't like I was trying to like you know, do what I was doing forever, you know. It wasn't that sort of thing. It's just I'm just like just a little scared because I plan to transition because I'm not making enough money right now to replace full-time work. It's just not how I planned it. God has cleared the way, honey. God has cleared the way. I no longer have an excuse to not put my all into this. I owe it to myself and the work I've already put in this far to at least try. But I'm saying all this to say I started a new project. Since what happened has happened, I can make it a bigger project. I'm going to also include a playlist here on my YouTube channel for that collection. So this is the very first videos for this new playlist. It is called the Black Renaissance. It's going to be like a lot of gold, black, white. That's like it's going to be the color scheme. The black represents power, strength, facing fears, facing the darkness, and courage. The gold represents abundance, success, and the white is for enlightenment, rebirth, a new beginning, clarity, and that is the kind of energy I need right now. So that's why I will be choosing those colors. I'm gonna include some new techniques. I got a lot planned. Renaissance means rebirth. This is the first painting right now I'm working on. I don't really know yet where I'm going to go with it. It feels like I'm going through some sort of rebirth, like I'm entering into something totally different from, you know, what I'm used to.
It was a story that would be told to a young boy or girl that would ask the question, what do I do when I'm lost in the forest? So you need to know how you know where you are. Here's the answer that the elder gives. You can feel from this how precise the teaching is. A girl who asks the question, what do I do when I'm lost in the forest? The elder says, stand still. The trees ahead and bushes beside you are not lost. Stand still. What do I do when I'm lost in the forest? Stand still. The trees ahead and bushes beside you are not lost. Wherever you are is called here, and you must treat it as a powerful stranger, must ask permission to know it and be known. Listen. The forest breathes. It whispers, I have made this place around you. If you leave it, you may come back again, saying, here. Stand still. The forest knows where you are. You must let it find you. See, what's astonishing about that poem is you can say, there are three things in this poem, you see, that are absolutely clear. First of all, the elder says, you cannot sleepwalk your way into your destiny. You must wake up and pay attention. Stand still. The trees ahead and bushes beside you are not lost. You must pay attention. Second stage is that in this teaching from the elder is this incredible feeling of silence. That unless you have this silence in your life, and you feel the silence in the poem, where it says, if you leave it, you may come back again, saying, here. And I think what the elder is saying there is that if you pay real attention, unless you have silence, an ability for silence in your body to do that, then you will get too frightened. Because all the voices inside you will drown out any real change. You have 100 reasons not to make any real change, you see. And you've got all the voices and all the reasons not to do it. And so the ability for profound silence is being called on here. And then that attention can flower into something else. The forest knows where you are. You must let it find you.